welcome to one of our Plus Health Company's tutorials. Today I'm going to be showing you some early strengthening exercises for the knee joint. So we've done a previous tutorial on the knee joint discussing around the anatomy, but today I'm going to show you a couple of exercises to strengthen up your quadriceps muscles which help to stabilise your knee. And we're going to do some beginners ones on the mat. So if you have a little lay down onto your mat or onto your bed, and you're going to bend one knee and you're going to straighten the other knee. So the muscle we really want to strengthen is your quadricep muscle, because this helps to stabilise the knee. And if you have any arthritis or degenerative changes within the knee, we want to try and keep these muscles as strong as possible to increase the stability and prevent further injury. So a really nice exercise to start with is if you point your toes up towards the ceiling and you tighten through that quadricep muscle, pushing the back of your knee into the bed and just holding it there for 2-3 breath cycles. And then relax. So this is what we call your static quad exercise. So pushing the back of your knee into the bed, tightening through the muscle, holding it. And you shouldn't get any pain or any discomfort around the kneecap. You should just feel this muscle activating. And relax. So if that's quite easy and you're finding that not really a challenge, to progress that a little bit, if you have your toes pointed up towards the ceiling, as you breathe out, you're going to lift that leg a couple of inches off the mat, hold it there, and then back down. So this is your straight leg raise. Lifting up, have the other knee bent to support that lower back, lifting up, holding it there, and back down. Now if you wanted to make that a little bit more challenging, we could then add a weight onto the leg so that you're having to work that little bit harder, or you can hold it that little bit longer, or perhaps increase your reps. The other exercise, which is good for strengthening up your quad muscles, is your inner range quads. So you pop a cushion or a ball underneath your knee so it's slightly bent, and this is working the inside part of your quad muscle, otherwise known as your VMO. And as you breathe out, you're going to extend that knee and then back down. And then extend that knee and back down. So you probably want to have a bit more support than I've got just here underneath the knee as you extend it and down. And again, you can add a weight to that to make it that little bit more tricky and to challenge you that little bit more, because we don't want the exercises to be too easy, because that's not how we're going to get stronger. So the other muscle that we would want to work to try and help the stability in and around our knees is actually our bottom muscles. So our bottom muscles, although are not directly next to the knee, they do affect the function of the knee. If we're weak up in around here, it means we put more force into around the knee. So a nice exercise to strengthen our bottom muscles is shoulder bridge. So as we breathe out, we're going to tighten through those tummy muscles, squeeze your bottom and lift up into our shoulder bridge position. And back down. And this is also going to strengthen our hamstrings as well. Tighten through those tummy muscles, squeeze your bottom, lift up and back down. Good. And then our last couple of exercises for our bottom muscles is if we come and have a lay on our side. We're going to have the arm out straight. We're going to bend the knees, feet together, hips stacked over, tighten through those tummy muscles, squeeze those heels together. We're going to lift that top leg up and down. So again, working the outside of our leg, working those glute muscles, because that can control the position of our knee, especially when we're walking up and down hill. And in terms of reps, you want to work until you fatigue. So we don't tend to give out a number of reps because everybody is at a different level. You could hold it to challenge it a bit further, or you could potentially use an elastic band so you're working against a bit more of a resistance. And then our final glute exercise is with our leg extended, going into our lift and lower. Making sure the leg is just slightly behind, lengthening through that waist, have the hand in front or up on your waist. And again, you can lift and hold it to make it a bit more of a challenge. You could pulse it at the end of range, or you could work through the range, and maybe even changing sort of positions of the hip so that we're working the glute right the way through the range. And this is more targeting the muscle called your glute med, which is the one on the outside of the hip. And relax down. Okay, so there are a few exercises that you can do on the mat or on your bed, some beginner exercises to help strengthen up your quads and your glute muscles, which is then going to help your knee. I'm going to do another video to give you some more ideas for some functional based exercises that perhaps are a little bit more challenging. Thank you, bye.